Dalton, Massachusetts, and trail goes right through town, so it's pretty easy to stop in and take advantage of a few amenities. It doesn't really go through past the amenities. You got to get off the beaten path a block or so, but I happen to be walking by a baseball field where a girls softball game's going on, and they got a concession stand, so I went and grabbed me a hot dog, an ice cream sandwich, and a Gatorade. It's the middle of the day. I've done 10, maybe 11 miles. I've got about 8 or 9 more to go, and I'll soon be getting out of town and climbing a mountain. But I thought it was nice. Nice little break. A little piece of Americana, you know what I mean? This is Father Tom's campground in Cheshire, Massachusetts. It's free. It's got everything that you're going to need here. There is a bear box to put your food in. There's fresh water pump. There's also free bicycles if you want to use them to go to town. There's a charging station, porta-john, and a trash can. So everything that you would need is here. Just feel free to pitch your tent and use the picnic table to have your dinner or your breakfast, and leave the place clean. I'll be staying here tonight. Tomorrow I'll hike at Mount Greylock. Well, here's a little piece of history you don't see very often. Just leaving Cheshire, Massachusetts, and 1 block off the main street where you walk through town, the trail cuts right into this cornfield. And at the top of that cornfield, you see way up there is Mount Greylock. That's where I'm headed now. Should be there by noon. It's probably only 7 o'clock now. It's not that far, about 8 miles. I'm just gonna take my time. I've got a friend who's gonna meet me at the top with a roast beef sub, so looking forward to that. Thank you, Heath. Going for a resupply, never get anything bigger than a hand basket, because you don't want to carry more than that. So this is as big as I get. This is full, I'm done. Now, first thing I know I need is another 1 liter smart water bottle. And that's because mine, the bottom is out of shape and it keeps falling down when I stand it up. So 1 smart water bottle. Hamburger buns. I have grown fond of making peanut butter jelly sandwiches and tuna fish sandwiches out of hamburger buns. I flatten them out, so don't worry about these getting squished. I intend to squish them. I'm going to buy 2 packages. So I really need 4 a day, and I need to go 6 days, and this will only last me 1, 2, 3, 4 days. So I may have to stretch it. I just can't fit more than that. Another hiker favorite is tuna creations and chicken creations. I happen to like the buffalo style hot sauce, and also the honey barbecue, but I don't see any honey barbecue, so I'll get 2 of these. Another one would be pasta sides or ramen. Now I've got 3 ramen meals. If I can find it, I may just add more ramen. It's less expensive. Otherwise, I would get Spanish rice or one of these sides with Alfredo or garlic shells or something like that. Okay, they only have ramen in a 5-pack. I really want to just pick up 2 packets. I don't need 5. So I'm going to come back to this pasta over here and add 2 of these. 1 shells and 1 Alfredo broccoli. To beef up my pasta side, I usually add some baked potatoes, some mashed potatoes, but I just opened a package. Yeah, I'll probably need more. Let's just get this one. So I use about 1/5 of this mixed in on the pasta side. I will sometimes buy Ziplocs in the quart size and the sandwich bag size, and then sometimes in the big gallon size. But quite often I find extras in the hiker boxes at the hostels and hotels, because people buy them and they don't use them all. They just donate them to the hotel. So I haven't checked the hotel hiker box. I should have, but I'm gonna skip these for now and just work with what I have. I like oatmeal in the morning, so I usually use 2 packets, and these come in an odd number, 7. I think I've actually got an odd number left over, so that'll probably work. This gives me 1, 2, 3.5 days, and I've got, I think, 1 day left, but I'm not going to buy 2 boxes. I'm just going to go with what I've got. I take that back. They do have travel size toothpaste, so that's what I'll get. I'll put that other one back. Breakfast bar selection, slightly weak. Typically I like Kellogg's. They don't have it, so I will go with whatever Clover Valley chewy granola or chocolate chips are. 100 calories. Doesn't say how much protein this is. It's not a good sign. 1 protein, that sucks. Alright, let's find something with some protein. Looks like it's got protein. 170 calories, that's good news. 3 protein. Alright, sold. There's 6 bars here, that's 1 per day. I've sort of discovered how much I love beef jerky. But it's always pretty expensive. Here at Dollar General, it's not quite as bad. 2 for $7 is good, but that one's sold out. Here's one that's 2 for $7. Might try that. We'll grab 2 of those. I'll break these up into, each bag will make 2 snacks, basically 2 lunches. I add them to my lunches. I normally like Propel. Can't find it up here. I'm gonna go with Crystal Light, and we'll go with lemonade this time. I've tried strawberry, it's not too bad. There's 10 packets in here. I often drink 2 per day, but I will probably opt for just 1. I usually go with a lot of nuts of some kind, and I've got plenty right now, so I don't have to buy any. So that should be fine. I started having peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, and then I discovered this stuff, Stripes. Peanut butter and jelly in 1 jar. Saves a lot of room and about 1 pound of weight. So that's awesome. Also honey, I carry honey now, and I've made peanut butter and honey sandwiches. Also add honey to my oatmeal in the morning. I don't recall liking Spam when I was a kid, but I'll tell you, these Spam singles, these packs, are perfect for an afternoon snack. You can just push them like a push pop right out of the top of there and eat it. Yes, if you don't mind. Okay, just finished my resupply here in Williamstown, Massachusetts. It was $37 and change, and because I already had some food, I didn't need to buy 5 days worth of everything. I only needed 3 days worth of some things and 2 days worth of some things. Typically might have been a $50 or more resupply, but 37 isn't bad. And I've got enough food now between what I already had and what I've got now to last me at least 5 days, hopefully 6. Just enough to get me to Rutland, Vermont. That's about 100 miles away. That's 20 miles a day for 5 days. I'll probably take 6 days because it is so muddy here. Muddy in Massachusetts and muddy in Vermont. Staying at the Williamstown Motel. Small place. Probably 15, 20 rooms. Clean though, and nice people. It's Monday morning, July 26th. Yesterday I climbed Mount Greylock. Mount Greylock is the tallest mountain or tallest point in Massachusetts. It rained all day on the way up. It stopped raining about the time I got up there, but it was very fogged in, so you couldn't see a thing. So I have no footage of it. You couldn't see more than 50, 60, maybe 100 feet. So the weather wasn't conducive to seeing much of anything up there, but the rain and the mud it created is off the charts. Everything is slick, very slick. I fell maybe 4 times yesterday, and I'm not one to fall very often. I probably go hundreds of miles without falling, but the mud was so bad everywhere I stepped. I was sliding 4 to 8 inches, sometimes a foot, with almost every step. It was like walking across an ice skating rink in flip-flops. I fell one time so bad, I broke a trekking pole. Fell right on it and busted it right in half. So I'm down to 1 trekking pole, and I ordered a new set from REI, and they're shipping it to Rutland, Vermont, which is about 100 miles north of me. It takes about 5 days to get there, but I will probably slow myself down to 15-mile days instead of 20-mile days, only because Vermont has the reputation of being called Vermud, and it has rained considerable amount here for the last 24 hours, so I'm pretty sure it's going to just get worse. And that means I can't move fast, especially with only 1 trekking pole. Very difficult to remain stable on downhills when you only have 1 trekking pole to put the brakes on. It's like having brakes only on 1 wheel, and I will be sliding around. So I'm going to take it very easy and try to get to Rutland, Vermont without injury. And it may take me 6 days, which means I have to carry extra food. I resupplied last night, and I did the math this morning, and I'll probably be starving to death by the time I get to Rutland, because there is no resupply between Bennington, Vermont, and Rutland, or Bennington, Massachusetts, and no, Vermont, Bennington, whatever. There's 100 miles of movement that I have to move very, very slow in order to avoid injury. I'm in Williamstown, Massachusetts right now. When I leave here this morning, I'll cross into Vermont within about 4.5 miles. And so for the next week, I'll be in Vermont, or Vermud, as they call it. Leaving Williamston, or Williamstown, Massachusetts this morning. I'm feeling better already. 16.
What is it?
Garter.
Oh, okay.
They're pretty harmless. There she goes. One of my trekking poles broke yesterday when I fell. And I use trekking poles as tent poles. So all day long today I was trying to formulate in my head how I would handle it tonight when I put my tent up. What I did was use the trekking pole on this side over here. And over here I found a stick that was high enough to support, but I ran the line up the stick, or through the stick, and up to a branch on this tree and then tied it off down here. So it's got good tension and it'll hold this tent up pretty solid. So this will be my go-to hack until I get to Rutland, Vermont, where I've got a new set of trekking poles on the way. But I'm pretty pleased with how that turned out. And lucky me, I just found a 4-foot stick with a Y on it. All I did was stick it under here to add a little support. And it's gonna do just fine.